Insidious Chapter 2 is directed by James Wan and written by Leigh Whannell, who returned from the first movie, as does the cast. Patrick Wilson, Rose Byrne, Barbara Hershey, and Lynn Shay all reprise their roles from the first film, as does Ty Simpkins as Dalton. Now, this movie kind of is a solid sequel, I want to say. And the reason I say it's a solid sequel is horror sequels are really hard to come by because they're never good at all. First movie is always great, but then what can you do to kind of up the ante? Well, the movie starts off where we find that it's the 1980s and Lorraine Lambert summons demonologist Elise and to help her son Josh kind of cope with certain things, who's being haunted by the spirit of an old woman, a new figure in the Insidious franchise. Now, while searching for any paranormal phenomenon in the home, Elise's arm is kind of slashed by an unseen force, which is very startling because the movie is just beginning. Other than that, she insists that they must suppress Josh's astral plane projection abilities for his own safety and plant altered memories in his brain. What? Like, the idea of the psychology aspect behind this and everything, it's crazy. And now, 25 years later, we find that Renee Lambert is kind of questioning the death about Elise. Well, it happened. Yes, it did. She is warned if Josh's kind of aspects or certain things are done, but then the way this connects to the first movie is great. Now, is Josh, played by Patrick Wilson, is his suppressed memories and his astral plane going into his son, Dalton? You know, there are very interesting aspects of this film that are very different. We have a baby involved, and certain aspects of the craziness, the further, what's going to happen. Not only that, we have Leigh Whannell return as Specs, as does Angus Sampson as Tucker, the comedy duo in this horror franchise. It's great to see them in this because they kind of lighten up the mood a little bit. A horror movie always does need that. But while James Wan directed and Leigh Whannell wrote it, the story was by both of them. And the movie is 106 minutes long. It had a budget of $5 million and it grossed $161.9 million at the box office. So it's a box office hit. Now, the story aspect is different. And the reason I say it's different, and like I said at the beginning of this review, we have that aspect of, we know the history of the father. That's fine. But now, why did they do this? Who is this old woman? What is this old woman doing? Well, we do kind of get aspects of how the physical world and the further, kind of connect with one another, and we find out who this old woman is through the means of certain aspects. Not only that, Patrick Wilson is great in horror films. I mean, he's done Insidious, The Conjuring. What more could you want? And he works with James Wan and Leigh Whannell nonstop, and it's fantastic. The only thing that was very different in this was kind of seeing the character of Elise in it, more so that we know what happened to her. But then Lynn Shay is great, and then the further was more explained and explored in this. So it was really good, but the basis of it was different. Listen, it started a new cultural phenomenon. I mean, when Blumhouse kind of gets a hold of this and starts doing their thing, then you know it's going to be interesting. And when your main focus is the lipstick demon, but then it takes a different turn in Chapter 2, that's saying something. For me, Insidious Chapter 2 gets 3.5 out of 5 stars. So let me know in the comment section below what you thought about Insidious Chapter 2. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What did you think about the backstory of learning about Patrick Wilson's character, having that kind of memories, and then knowing that his memories have been suppressed now? Do you think that changes the aspect of the entire story and how it fits? And what do you think about exploring the further a little bit more? Did you like that? And what did you think about the old woman in this? Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked, and let me know what rating you would give Insidious Chapter 2, and be sure you click that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for new videos on my channel, and be sure you click the link in the description box below for my review of Insidious Chapter 3.